Good morning, everyone. Paul McMann here with Forex Smart Trade. At Forex Smart Trade, our mission is to help you become the best version of yourself. We do that by helping you become financially independent, by teaching you how to currency trade using our super accurate proprietary trading tools, and with personalized one-on-one training, which we think is the only way to successfully learn currency trading. With that, actually today is Thursday, August 26th. With that, we do these sessions for two reasons. One is to give you some instruction on different signals. The two signals I'll be using today are one is something called the thick orange line trade, and the other is the 10-point trade. Which is a little bit different than what we initially show you in the light program. The goal is we've got a dozen different signals, and while you get trained, you will come up with a trade plan that finds a signal that kind of matches how you like to trade, or a couple signals that match how you like to trade, and become competent in them. With that, we start every session by having to listen to this guy. So let's go ahead and do that.
Due to federal and state regulations, we are providing the following disclosure. Please stay tuned, as this will take less than a minute. Foreign exchange, futures, and cryptocurrency trading are highly risky, and you can lose all the money you invest should you decide to engage in live trading. We are not responsible for your investment, trading, or tax decisions. We are not licensed financial advisors, traders, accountants, stockbrokers, or attorneys. We are not licensed commodities brokers and do not engage in or facilitate commodities transactions. We are not an introducing broker, and we make no recommendation as to where you should invest or what broker you should trade with. As you apply what you learn, we recommend you seek advice from licensed professionals. Any trade results we show should not be considered typical of our students. We do not and cannot track the results or performance of our students' private trading accounts. We do not know what a typical or average student earns or loses trading. This is not a get-rich-quick program, guaranteed system, or business opportunity. We sell training and trading tools. We make no promises our training or tools will generate future income for students, and you may not make your investment back, including your investment in this training. Any redistribution or recording of this material is strictly prohibited without advance written permission.
All right, that guy's kind of depressing first thing in the morning. In addition to this live trade, we have a number of other live trades. If you're a light, you get access to the ones that are up here in the yellow. If you are a regular member, we have well over 10 live trades a session, 10 live trades a week. We've got one in the morning, the MIT, which is a scalp trade. We've got one in the evening at 10 p.m. Eastern, which is a longer term trade. We've got one on Sunday when the market opens. And then there's also additional paid sessions. The goal, again, is to let you learn from other traders who are very good, and then also just to see how accurate the tools are. The only difference between me and you is I've learned how to read the indicator, and as you learn how to do it, you will be as good, or maybe even better. So let's. I trade off of a routine. It's like a little bit of a pilot's checklist that helps me stay focused. First, I like to make sure that the green chart in my MetaTrader 4 is connected and live. I did that before we got online. Review yesterday's trade. This week we have not haven't quite been as good as we have in previous weeks. We had a couple losers, so let's just go back and take a look. On Tuesday morning, we lost with a pound yen on a 10-point trade. The point of going back and taking a look is we're always trying to improve and learn learn to, by what we've done, to try to take the little flaws in our game out. And then going back on the pound yen, it was a good signal, but with the pound yen, that is a currency that has a great deal of fluctuation in it. It moves, it varies, it moves quickly, and the variation on it is it'll go down and go up, and it'll move quite a bit. We put too tight of a stop loss on there, so we got taken out. It pulled back a little bit before it went where the signal was telling us. Had we not had quite as tight a stop loss on it, we would have hit that. So that was kind of a function of knowing what you're dealing with. Usually on a trade, I principally trade the euro dollar. I use a little bit wider than what some people would recommend for a stop loss. I like to go two support and resistances away. And during the day, I'm actually watching it, and I will hedge if we start to get 15 or 20 pips away, even though I have the stop loss on there. So so that was kind of my fault. I should have, knowing that, I should have spent a little bit more time thinking about the stop loss, because I just took a 4-to-1, and probably on the pound yen, that is not a good stop loss. We are technical traders. Being technical traders, in addition to what that means is the price action. Our tools are very good at picking up the price action and where the turns happen. But news also impacts currency. So we want to know what the news is so we can trade around it. And to get that news, we look at forexfactory.com. There are a number of sites that do it, but Forex Factory is the one I like. And it breaks down news items into kind of three tiers. The first tier is kind of low impact, which are the yellows. The second one is the medium impact, which is orange. And the third one is high impact. On the high impact, I don't want to be holding a position when that happens because I don't know how the news is going to impact the trade. And this morning on the USD, we have a preliminary GDP coming up, and couple that with unemployment claims. And that is within less than 2 hours. Generally, I like to not be in a trade within 2 hours of a news item. So we will probably not take a USD trade this morning. And then there's also the Jackson Hole Symposium. This is kind of an all-day thing, so we don't really know what's this. You know, it's one thing when something's at a specific time, we can trade around it. When it's an all-day thing, you just have to, decide you're gonna. There is a chance there'll be news that we can't act to. So with that, let's go ahead and get back into our technical analysis. I am going to start with this composite chart. It is you have this in your green chart tools. It's the Light 6 Major. I call it the composite chart because it is showing us 6 different currency pairs, all on a 1 hour chart or a 1 hour candle. This is what I use as the starting spot to initiate my analysis. On the 10-point trade, I start with the middle chart, which is the majors and minors. Even though we're not going to trade the euro or the USD, we will start just to do our analysis, just to see if we see a signal. But the likelihood is we will not take a trade. I look, this middle chart is the majors and minors. The red and green lines are the majors. The black and gray line are the minors. This blue line is the overbought line. Red line is the oversold line. When the lines are above the blue line, that means the market's overbought. If the market's overbought, it will soon be coming down. Likewise, if the market's oversold, it will soon be coming up. So we are looking for opportunities to catch that move. And the timing is right when we see a situation where we're overbought and all the lines are pointing down, or oversold and all the lines are pointing up. Right now, we're overbought on the majors with the lines pointing up, so that is not a good signal. Euro dollar overbought going up. Pound dollar majors are overbought going up. US Canadian dollar oversold going down. US Swiss franc, again, majors oversold going down. US yen overbought, majors are going down. They're just entering the channel. Miners have already run through the channel. This would be a good signal. This would be a good signal. I've got 3 points here. 1 point is that we're overbought, at least the majors are. 2 points is that all the lines are pointing down, and 3 points, I've got the red line has crossed over the green, and the black line has crossed over the gray. So if I have 3 points, I then go up to the TNTs, and I want to count how many lines are going in the direction that's appropriate for the what I'm seeing here. So the 2 orange lines are going down, and the blue lines are inversely related. So what that means is that when blue is going up, that's a down signal. So I've got all 4 telling me a down movement. So I want to have a minimum of 3 out of the 4. So when I have this, then I'm going to go check the third piece of the indicator, and that is the pressure. And as each section measures something different, the more of the sections I get in agreement, the higher the probability that the trade is going to do what I'm predicting it's going to do. And the key to being a good trader is having that high accuracy rate. So here I've got up pressure, but the red line is on top. So when red is on top, I get a point for that. So I've got 8 points here. When I have 8 points, then I would go and do a more detailed analysis to determine how many pips the trade is worth, and to just confirm that the signal is good. Now, in this case, I'm going to pass because we've got news coming up on the USD. But in terms of a signal, we have the signal here. In fact, I like it a little bit if you can see right here, the green line actually becomes a little more steep. So it's very slight to see, but the steeper this line, the green line especially, the better the signal. Now the signal is also stronger when the lines are all clumped together. I'm okay. I like this because the line is going down steeply. But again, we're going to pass. So let's go on to the next group and see if we see anything. And basically what I've done is I've just taken this chart and cloned it. You go over here to clone, and then just created a new chart with 6 different currency pairs. And I call it 6 major 2. I've got 4 of these that allows me to quickly scan and see if I see a setup for a signal. So here on the euro pound, overbought, everybody's going up. AUD JPY, we are overbought. They've already entered the channel Majors and minors are both going down. I am just getting the crossover on the red line here. In fact, I don't like the crossover enough, so I'm going to pass on it. Well, it's coming there. The steepness of this line, as we're looking at it, it's gotten a little bit steeper. All right, so we'll stay with this for right now and kind of do a little bit more of an analysis here. So we've got everybody coming down, even though they're in the channel. So long as it's not quite halfway, I will consider it. And when I'm saying halfway, I'm really looking at what the majors and minors are doing. So 3 points here. I've got the two orange lines coming down, which is 2 points. I've got the two blue lines going up, which is another 2 points. So I've got 4 points here. And when I go to my pressure, I've got weak up pressure. The lines are converging. That means they're getting closer together with green on top. So I don't have the pressure. I don't have the point from the pressure that I want. So I'm going to pass. I had originally said that, hey, I don't like the steepness on this. You can see it's been varying. It comes down a little bit and then pulls back up a little bit. That bothered me versus having a nice steep down. But we don't have the pressure here. The green is almost flat. I do like to see what the green line is doing on the pressure. And the lines are converging, which means the red line will cross over soon, but it's not there yet. And a mistake new traders make is that they try to anticipate what the indicator is going to do versus just waiting till it does it. Just wait till the indicator's there. Euro Canadian dollar. We're more than halfway through. The green line's past the halfway mark, so I'm going to pass. AUD NZD. We're overbought. Everybody's coming down. I've got the double cross. So I've got 3 points here. The other thing I like about this is the lines are nice and steep and they're reasonably clumped together. The only thing I don't like about this is it's evening time in Australia. So the volume isn't going to quite be there. But if I look at the TNTs, two orange lines going down, dotted blue going up, which means down. So I got 3 of the 4 here, and I have light down pressure with green on top, really kind of sideways. I want to see what else there is before we decide to do a little bit more analysis on this. My hesitancy is the timing. That Australia, New Zealand, we've missed the window on this. So even though we've got a good signal here, because it's not actively, because the volume won't be high because it's in the middle of the night for both of these currencies. I'm going to see what else we've got. But let's write that down though. AUD, NZD. We'll come back to it. Pound yen oversold going down. Euro Australian dollar. We're a little bit more than halfway. So we'll pass on that. So let's go to the next group. Canadian dollar, yen, overbought, going down, double cross. So I've got 3 points in here. A couple things I don't like is I don't like the slope on the majors. But let's keep going. The 2 orange lines going down on the TNT, 2 blue lines going up. So I've got 4 points here. I have up pressure with the lines converging. So I do not have a point on the pressure. So we will pass. Euro NZD, we're overbought, but we don't have the double cross here. So I'm going to pass. Pound, New Zealand dollar. We're actually oversold. New Zealand dollar, yen. We've got the 3 points here. Oversold. Everybody's going up, and we've got the double cross. In fact, the green line is steeper. The steepness is increasing right at this point here. It's gotten less steep, more steep. So 3 points here. 2 orange lines going up, but I have the 2 blue lines going up. So I only have 2 of the 4. I need a minimum of 3 out of the 4 to continue with my analysis, so I'm going to pass. But the other thing that I don't like about this, what time of day is it in New Zealand and Japan? It is evening time. So I prefer not to trade a pair if it's not actively trading. So we will pass. Gold, dollar, we're going to pass. Bitcoin, that is an extra, so we're going to pass on that. AUD, Canadian, oversold going down. Swiss franc, yen, overbought going up. Euro, yen, we've got disagreement between the majors and minors. Pound, Australian dollar, disagreement between the majors and minors. Swiss franc, or New Zealand dollar, Swiss franc, oversold going down. Canadian dollar, Swiss franc, overbought. Majors coming down, minors coming down very steeply. In fact, they've kind of already gone through the channel. So I've got 3 points here. 2 orange lines coming down, and the 2 blue lines coming up. So that's 4 points. Everybody's telling me down here. I have up pressure, but red has just crossed over. So I've got 3 points here, or excuse me, 7 points. 3 points here, 4 points here, 1 point here, 8 points. So with 8 points, we'll enter the kind of the more detailed part of the analysis. The one thing that I'm not crazy about is I'd like to see the green line a little steeper, but let's go ahead and do the more detailed analysis on the CAD, CHF. So if we go to my little chart, I want to know where the support and resistance are and what the trend is. That's going to help me figure out how many pips I want to take. So I'm going to take a clean chart and see and add the support and resistance on it. And to add the support and resistance are spots where the candles seem to naturally stop. And those stopping spots turn out to be natural stop points that the market seems to respect. So I want to know where those are so I can trade around them. So I am going to look for spots where we seem to naturally stop. All right, so right in here, right in here, right in here, in here, in here, in here. And what I've done is I've pulled it back so that I've got 3 months worth of information to take a look at. I'm going to take one above, a couple below, and I'm going to just grab it by kind of eyeballing it. So right in here, right in here, in here, right here, right here. Let's get one more below and one more above. So I just drop the line in and then I grab it and I can pull it up and down. So right in here, in here a little bit, and in here, and let's get one above. Right here, right here, right here. I am going to pull it back out so we can see the lines a little better. And open this up. So what are you seeing? Seeing what I'm seeing? So for the last month, we're trading into a little bit of an uptrend. So if I am trading into an uptrend, I will take more pips on a buy and less pips on a sell. I also want to know how much room I have. I'm going to grab the little measure tool here, from the current price to the resistance line. And if you look up in the middle, I've got 7.9 pips up here. It'll show you 7.9 pips and up, and 18 pips down. So 7.9 up, 6 up, 18 down. So knowing that, going back to CAD, CHF. So we've got a down. We're trading against the trend. The next thing I want to know is come on. I want to know, this is a more detailed chart. So this is showing me a single pair with multiple times. So a minute chart, a 30-minute chart, an hour chart, a 2-hour chart, a 4-hour chart, and a day chart. So I want to know CAD, CHF. I want to know what the 2-hour chart and the 4-hour chart are doing before I decide if I want to take the trade. And basically, I want to see that if we're overbought here, I want to see that we're overbought on the 2-hour chart and overbought on the 4-hour chart. And we are overbought on both charts, basically. And both charts are actually, this is a good setup here on the 2-hour chart. Everybody's double crossing going down. I'm not as concerned that I'm seeing everybody coming down, but I do want to see that the lines are overbought. Because if we're overbought here and overbought here, eventually we will go down, and the timing will be right. So we're overbought on both. I have red on top here with the even though it's an up pressure, red is on top. Up pressure, red on top here on the 2-hour, and the line is actually diverging. It's moving away from the red line, the green line. So to me, that's telling me this is going to start to come down. I do look at the day chart, but I don't really take it too much into consideration because it's so far out, but we are overbought. So that kind of supports here. 30-minute chart, we are oversold and going down. Red on top, and the lines are starting to curl. So I like this for a sell. Uh, I like this for a sell. So let us, we've already crossed the hour. Let's see what it's worth. Since we are trading against the trend, I want to what's going on here? Did I put one too many? Let's get rid of this guy. And let's and how many points do we have till here? Come on. Let's take 9 pips down. I'm going to go to this middle spot right in here. We've got we have more distance down, but I'm going to just grab it till here. So 9 pips down on the CAD CHF. So I open up my my MetaTrader 4. I'm going to look for CAD CHF here, see if I've got them open, and I do. CAD CHF right here. If you didn't have them open, you would go to File, New Chart, and you would look. It's going to probably be down in this group, CAD CHF. I am going to click on the second row, New Order. I'm going to check my volume. I've got $11,000 in this demo account, so I'm going to use a volume of 1.1. I'm moving the decimal spot over 4 spots, and I'm going to take a market sell. I'll add my stop loss and take profit after I get it in there. And once it's recorded, I'm going to go down. If I right-click anywhere along the order line and go to Modify, it brings up the Modify menu. And we said we're going to take 9 pips. 9 pips is 90 points. If I click the type 90 points in there and click the blue button, it does the math for me. And we're going to use a 3 times. A 4 times stop loss, which is 336 pips, and then click the button. I'm going to go back and take a look at it in just a second, just to confirm. But we have a take profit of 0.7257. So we took a sell on CAD CHF. Take profit is 0.7257. Stop loss is 0.73015. 0.73015. But I'm just going to go back and take a look and see where that is specifically. 73015. 73015. So it's actually right where we have our resistance line. You see that? I'm going to move it a little bit beyond that resistance line. I'm going to put it on the other side of that resistance line. So I'm going to go ahead and change this, and I'm going to make it, instead of 7.3, I'm going to make it 7.300. Actually, I'm going to actually make it 2. I'm going to change this to put it just on the other side of that. 2, 9, 299, 296. We'll go 5 pips over that line. So I changed this. Oh, no. Hopefully you're all still there. It looks like we disconnected for a second. All right, so I changed the stop loss to 2.7. I moved it up a little bit. So the stop loss is 2.296. So using the 10-point trade, we took a sell on the Canadian Swiss franc for 9 pips. And let's see what we have for some comments. What does hedge mean? Hedge is something you will learn about in your coaching. We don't do it in the light program, but basically hedge is a way of protecting the trade versus using a stop loss. So what will happen is if I have a buy trade, an open buy trade, and it starts going the other way, I will take a sell trade against it. So basically I'll have an open buy and sell. If I have an open buy and sell, however the pair moves, that loss will be locked in. And then what I'll do is I'll look for a point where I get a good signal, and then I'll try to price average out of it. But basically I'll lock in the loss and then find a way to kind of break even out of the trade. And then can we get a recording of this? Yes, there will be a recording on the YouTube channel in shortly after we're done. It'll be posted there. So there are recordings of this. On Wednesday, I forgot to click the button to record it while we were doing it. So, excuse me, on Tuesday, I forgot to click the button. But this one will be recorded and available right afterwards. Okay, gang. Thanks so much for being here. We're here to help. We will make you good traders. These tools are terrific. And the tools coupled with our ability to show you how to use them, you will become very successful. All right, great. Thanks, everybody. We will see you on Monday. Bye-bye.